Well, Miranda just had a day. Hello everyone, the December review here, back again with Season 2, Episode 6 of And Just Like That. As always, spoilers are ahead, so make sure to check out the show streaming on the Max app. We're just a few days removed from my last video where I was talking about bringing some of that emotional drama that was so abundant in Season 1 over to these new episodes. And it didn't take long for that to happen. Getting right down to it, Miranda asks Steve how the moving out process is going, and unleashes a much-needed heated conversation between the two. Steve says that he isn't moving out, emphatically recounting how much work that he put into the house while Miranda reminds him whose name is on the mortgage. Miranda is left devastated after Steve goes all in and the pair eventually try and let cooler heads prevail, until a moment later she finds out that Steve has been seeing someone and the conversation is over. That would be enough to contend with in a single episode on its own for Miranda, but upon arriving back at Che's new place, they very quickly let Miranda know that it's not working anymore, and Che and Miranda break up. It's a flurry of emotional storyline disaster for Miranda, and the whole process I thought was done very well. The outburst from Steve was realistic, as he really hasn't had a moment to unwind his hurt feelings over Miranda leaving him. When she found out that Steve was seeing someone else, I'm sure most viewers thought, like me, it shouldn't be a big deal considering Miranda left Steve for Che. But it's also understandable that she would be taken off guard by the timing of finding out. It's tough to predict where this all goes, but Miranda has effectively been brought back to level 0, officially single and living at Naya's place. The usually tough-as-nails character who has been through countless off-brand scenarios so far in AJLT finds herself completely starting over. One interesting note is the use of the overhead shot used for both the Steve and Che scenes. It was pulled directly from the first SATC movie when Steve and Miranda had to go through those relationship waves. That wasn't the only nod to previous things in the SATC universe. This season has already thrown a bunch of different Easter eggs around the screen, and if a duplicate camera angle wasn't enough, well, guess who breaks a laptop, only this time doesn't go into meltdown mode. While on a Zoom interview that wasn't going well to promote her new book, Carrie's device magically flies off the makeshift stand that she created. This ends the interview, but astute fans will remember the last time a scenario like this happened and who it happened with. It was a rough go for Aiden and Carrie back then, and while she takes this much better than before, Aiden's name is mentioned here along with the fact that he is now divorced, sold off his company for a good amount of money, and lives in Virginia. This is discussed while the cast is out for dinner together and the subject of exes come up. Not to be outdone in the memory lane department, Charlotte even mentions Trey. That was unexpected and certainly adds to the throwback vibe that the season is going for. Said conversation sparks Carrie to type up an email to Aiden to say hello, but it goes unsent. At first. Meanwhile, she's involved with being the keynote speaker for WidowCon. Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like. She's there to promote her book and share her story. She enlists Che to go with her, who is dreading the thought of leaving the house. The day of the event brings with it a bomb cyclone storm, leaving New York in a foot of snow. But the show must go on as a few of the cast members fearlessly walk through the great blizzard in grand fashion. The episode was once again directed by Cynthia Nixon, who got a bit more to work with as far as the locales go this time. With the mega storm backdrop, the episode really captured a unique moment of winter and the contrast of the characters determined to get through the city. Lisa Todd Wexley shines again here as the storm tries to interrupt her speaking engagement at the Museum of Modern Art. There's a bit of a back and forth between her and Herbert early on as the couple tries to support each other's long list of commitments. There's a particularly excellent moment here when Herbert stops by the event surprising Lisa. The scene is played out with just glances, and it was a heartwarming exchange and proves the couple to be the MVPs of Season 2 so far. It was great work. So overall, there was a lot going on in Episode 6. Miranda breaks up with Che and with Steve again. Charlotte's home life continues to create chaos, and for Carrie, well, she ends up sending that email to Aiden at the end. Carrie and Naden are officially here again. Will their history, baggage, and now years apart culminate with the pair finally meeting on familiar terms? With 5 episodes left, we will soon get that answer. Oh, and Charlotte mentioned Trey. I'm still amazed by this.